Thoth was inserted in many tales as the wise counsel and persuader, and his association with learning and measurement led him to be connected with Seshat, the earlier deification of wisdom, who was said to be his daughter, or variably his wife. Thoth's qualities also led to him being identified by the Greeks with their closest matching god Hermes, with whom Thoth was eventually combined as Hermes Trismegistus, also leading to the Greeks naming Thoth's cult center as Hermopolis, meaning city of Hermes. It is also considered that Thoth was the scribe of the gods rather than a messenger. Anubis, or Hermanubis, was viewed as the messenger of the gods, as he traveled in and out of the underworld and presented himself to the gods and to humans. It is more widely accepted that Thoth was a record keeper, not a divine messenger. In the Papyrus of Ani, copy of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the scribe proclaims, "I am thy writing palette, O Thoth, and I have brought unto thee thine ink jar. I am not of those who work iniquity in their secret places. Let not evil happen unto me." That is chapter XXXB Budge of the Book of the Dead, and is by the oldest tradition said to be the work of Thoth himself. There was also an Egyptian pharaoh of the 16th dynasty in Egypt named Djehuti, who is Thoth after him, and who reigned for 3 years. Now, Thoth, his titles were Thoth, like many Egyptian gods, and Thoth, like many Egyptian gods and nobility, held many titles. Among these were Scribe of Ma'at in the company of the gods, Lord of Ma'at, Lord of divine words, Judge of the two combatant gods, Judge of the Rekhekahai, which is spelled Rekhekhui, the pacifier of the gods, who dwelleth in Anu, which is capital U-N-N-U, the great god in the temple of Abtiti, A-B-T-I-T-I, capital A at the beginning, and twice great, thrice great, 3 times great, and also the timeless. So that is Thoth. Now that we're done with Thoth, I want to go from there and discuss the Osiris. No, the Osirian. I'm sorry, I have a bad time with remembering and saying names properly. Now, when it comes to alchemy and the history of alchemy and the Hermetic traditions, Thoth is the one that you really have to pay attention to. A lot of things rotate around him and his cult, and even with Greek beliefs. The Osirian is what I'm going to read about. It's just a short little bit. The Osirian, or Osirion, spelled O-S-I-R-I-O-N or O-S-I-R-E-O-N, is located at Abydos, at the rear of the temple of Seti. It is an integral part of Seti's funeral complex and is built to resemble the 18th dynasty valley of the king's tomb. It was discovered by archaeologists Flinders Petrie and Margaret Murray, who were excavating the site in 1902 and into 1903. The Osirian was originally built at a considerably lower level than the foundation of the Temple of Seti, who ruled from 1294 to 1279 BC. While there is disagreement as to its true age, despite the fact that it is situated at a lower depth than the structure nearby, that it features a very different architectural approach, and that it is frequently flooded with water, which would have made carving it impossible had the water level been the same at the time of construction. Your brand says it can be dated confidentially to Seti's reign. Now, I've seen videos of the Osirian too, and there's a lot more there that's involved than just what was mentioned there. These areas within the Osirian have tombs that are in there where they had literally mummified oxes, cows, and they had put them inside of these structures. And these are huge structures, and you walk through and you can actually see where these cows have been mummified and pretty much worshipped and idolized, basically. It's really strange how it looks, but if you get a chance, check it out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a lot more to it than just that little bit. At the time when I did this stuff, I didn't really dig too deep into it. I just recently, within the last year, started watching and seeing things being posted on YouTube and in groups about the Osirian. But it is pretty interesting. Because cattle worship is fun. It's very important when it comes to the old religions, and there's a lot of people who do believe that these religions spawned from one central group, so it's pretty good and interesting stuff to really look into. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the Valley Temple of Khafra. Khafra, also read as Khafre, instead of Khafra, Khafra. It also reads as Khafre, Khafre, Khephren, Khephren, and Chephren, Chephren, was an ancient Egyptian king, pharaoh of the 4th dynasty during the Old Kingdom. He was the son of Khufu and the throne successor of Jeffrey, Djedefre, which is capital D, and it's also the name for Thoth. According to the ancient historian Manetho, Khafra was followed by King Bakhiris, Bikheris, but according to archaeological evidence, he was rather followed by King Menkaure, Menkaure. Khafra was the builder of the second largest pyramid of Gaza, or of Giza, not Gaza, Giza. Some of the Egyptologists also credit him with the building of the Great Sphinx, but this is highly disputed. There is not much known about Khafra. except the historical reports of Herodotus, who describes him as a cruel and heretic ruler who kept the Egyptian temples closed after Khufu had sealed them. Khafra was the son of King Khufu and the brother and successor of Jedefre. Khafra is thought to be the son of Queen Merititis the First, due to an inscription where he is said to honor her memory. King's wife, his beloved devout to Horus Martitus. King's wife, his beloved Martitus, beloved to the favorite of the two goddesses, she who says everything whatsoever, and it is done for her, great in favor of Snefru, great in favor of Khufu, devoted to Horus, honored under Khafre, Martitus, breasted, ancient, and these are ancient records that was written from. Others argue that the inscription just suggests that this queen died during the reign of Khafre. Khafre made a son of Queen Henutsen instead. Khafra had several wives, and he has at least 12 sons and 3 or 4 daughters. Queen Marisanak III was the daughter of Kawab and Hatefers II, and thus a niece of Khafra. She was the mother of Khafra's son, Nebuchadnezzar, Duanri, Niasir, and Kentetka, and a daughter named Shepsetsku. King Cameronebti the First was the mother of Menkari and his principal queen, Cameronebti II. Hekenahedjet was a wife of Khafra. She is mentioned in the tomb of her son Sekhemkar or Care. Persenet may have been a wife of Khafra based on the location of her tomb. She was the mother of Nekar. Other children of Khafra are known, but no mothers have been identified. Further sons include Akmar, Akar, Lunman, and Lunar. 2 more daughters named Rakhetre and Hemetre are known as well. There is no agreement on the date of his reign. Some authors say it was between 2558 BC and 2532 BC. This dynasty is commonly dated 265 BC to 2480 BC, while the Turin King list length for his reign is blank, and Manethos exaggerates his reign as 66 years. Most scholars believe it was between 24 to 26 years, based upon the date of the will of Prince Nekar, which was carved on the walls of this prince's mastaba tomb. I must add a picture there. The will is dated anonymously to the year of the 12th count and is assumed to belong to Khufu since Nekar was his wife. Khafra's highest year date